Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna bring you a very big unhaul. You know what, I haven't even counted how many books I'm unhauling, but it's like a box. And I will be donating these books to various places. I will explain more as I go through, but without further ado, let's just get in my very first BookTube book unhaul. Okay, so I have a variety of books that I am going to be getting out of my house. A lot of them are children's books, middle grade books, YA books, fantasy books, adult smutty romance books. Like, I have a whole plethora of books that I have been pretty much holding on to for like a year in a box that I still haven't gotten rid of because I keep thinking I need to do a video. And then I just keep putting off the video, and then my box keeps getting fuller and fuller to the point where I need a bigger box. But the first ones that I am planning on getting rid of is, can you read it? Can you read it? A huge stack. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This is by Jeff Kinney. So some of these are hardback. These are like brand spanking new still. My kid and I did read them. We have read them. But we just take really good care of our books. So they're still like brand spanking new. And I do have 3 paperback editions. And of course, if you are up to snuff with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, this one is the brand new one that just came out. But we have already read it, my 4th grader and I. And after reading that last one recently, we've kind of, I shouldn't say we, he is ready to kind of move on to bigger books, and he's growing out of Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. So I will be donating these to his school. They are doing, his librarian is doing a huge family reading night. Today is Thursday, they're doing it on Monday. So she's looking for gently used or still very nice children or middle grade books to kind of put into fun activities that kids can browse through and take home as rewards or as prizes, as well as just families that maybe can't afford books of their own. They can get some really decent books at this family reading night, and I will be donating these. All right, I've got another stack of children books, and of course this is because Dean is just growing out of this series. My oldest son, Tyler, who is now in middle school, he read these when he was younger, and then of course they migrated on down to his younger brother. And of course, younger brother, he's read several of them, most of them, but he is getting old enough now where they're just not for him. And so we are also going to be donating all of these to his school for the family reading night. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 I Survived books by Lauren Tarshis. We really enjoyed these because they are taking real true events and putting them into a fictional short story for kids to kind of understand certain things. So there's like the Titanic, there's Pompeii, there's the American Revolution, there's the bombing of Pearl Harbor. I mean, there's like endless amounts of knowledge. But of course kids like it because it's told in a fictional character point of view, but real true events. And if you've got a younger kid that's probably 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, these would be right up their alley. But we're gonna donate them to families for family reading night that will enjoy them as much as we did. And the last children's book that we are gonna get rid of is Tintin, which is volume 1. This is actually a like comic book or manga in a sense. My boys have never really been into mangas or comic books, and Tintin was never really their thing. This was given to us, and none of us have read it. It's been sitting on my shelf forever. It is brand new. Like, this is probably the first time I've really been opening it, but the graphics are beautiful. Sorry, it's so shiny. Sunlight. But I think another family is gonna enjoy it more than mine, so we're gonna donate it. And I forgot to mention, we also just got rid of a huge stack of Dragon Masters books. I will put a little picture right here in the corner. They are adorable. They're by Scholastic. It's their Branches line. We had probably a good 8 of them. My kids have loved them dearly. But I have a younger sister who's got little boys in her house. And although I live in Idaho, they live all the way in Texas. And out of all the books that we are donating to my kids' school, that particular series, my boys really felt like they needed to donate it, and not donate, but hand them down and give it to their cousins. So we have already shipped off all 8 of those books, maybe it was 9 books, to my sister, so their Aunt Bree, and to their little cousins, and hopefully they're enjoying them as much as my kids did. It was an adorable series, but of course my kids have outgrown it. They're moving on to bigger and harder books, and so we're spreading the love and handing them down to cousins. Oh my gosh, you guys, I keep finding like more books. Okay, so this is, I swear, the last children's book that we are going to donate to the school. This is pretty much brand new. I got it through on the Scholastic website for like $1 years ago. We've already read it. We're just moving on. And I also already have Charlotte's Web in one of these really nice Barnes & Noble leather-bound editions. So I'm keeping those. I'm not getting rid of those. So we're gonna get rid of this because I have 2. Okay, moving on. Pretty sure I'm done with the children's books that I am getting rid of, middle grade books, whatnot. So the next ones I'm moving on to, these are a YA fantasy, paranormal, alien series. If you do not know what the 5th Wave series by Rick Yancey is, then you are living under a rock. I really, really liked the first book. Loved it. I actually really liked the second book, but the third book was just like, sorry, this is the second book. This is the third book. And I really did not like the third one, the end of the trilogy, but I did have the whole set. But lo and behold, my mother-in-law, quite a while ago, actually gave me her hardbound editions, which are over there somewhere. I don't know if you can like read it. And you point that way. Anyway, so I'm like, why do I need 2 different like sets of the 5th Wave? So I'm gonna keep the nice ones, the hardbound ones, and I'm gonna get rid of these ones. Of course, I'm not donating these to an elementary school, just because there is quite a bit of language, especially in the 2nd and 3rd one, and just like some, you know, teenager, adult content in a sense, definitely YA. So I may actually donate these to the local high school, our public library, or maybe just drop them off at Goodwill. I don't know, because they're still in really great condition. Or maybe like one of those like free library thingies that are like around town. I don't know if anyone has seen those, but they're like these little wooden boxes that are placed throughout our city where people can just like put books in and take books out, and it's kind of like a little free library type of thing. So a lot of the rest of these books, I have several options on where to drop them off at, so I'm still kind of on the cusp of like what I want to do, but so far those are my options and that's what I'm going with. The next YA fantasy books that I am getting rid of is The Queen of the Tearling. This is book 1 and book 2. These are paper editions, your paperback editions. I really, really liked the first one. The second one was okay. I've also read the third one, but before I could buy the third one in paperback, my mother-in-law, she did not like the series or the trilogy at all, so she gave me her hardback editions. So I'm keeping those, and so I don't need 2 copies of these 2. So I'm getting rid of these ones as well. But like I said, I really, really liked this first one. The second one was okay. The third one, I don't know. Maybe I need to reread it. Maybe I was just on a bad mood that day. But anyways, I'm getting rid of these 2, and I'm gonna keep the hardback editions. All right, guys, don't laugh at me, but I don't even have these in order. I'm just gonna throw them up here. Voila! Is that in order? I think I have it, no, I even have one upside down. Anyways, You should know just by the damn symbols what these books are. So this is the Twilight series, of course. I read these back when they were first brand spanking new and it was all the rage. Everyone was talking about them, the movies were coming out, and I was all for it. But as an adult and the older I get, the less I'm into this series, the less I even want to reread it. The more I think about this series, the more I'm just like, I don't think I really like them. I liked them at the time. I needed them at the time because, to be honest with you, when I really got into this Twilight series, it really got me back into the love of reading. And so I have like sentimental value with these a little bit, but I'm not gonna hang on to them. Someone else is gonna appreciate them. They're still in amazing condition. They've been sitting on my shelves forever. I'm never gonna reread them. And my thoughts have changed over the years. My tastes have changed over the years. I don't see myself getting back into this, and maybe some teenage girl or woman of any age would love to have these. Has anyone else changed their mind on Twilight, or is it just me? Like, were you a lover in the beginning and now you're kind of a hater? That's how I feel. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay, if you hear any background sound, it's my bulldogs. They are constantly under my feet in my camera when I'm recording, and they snore, and they snore, and they gurgle, and they snort, and they snore. Non-stop. Like, check this out. Wait for it. There's one. Totally passed out. There's my other one. Story of my life. Okay, pretty sure my angle just changed, but that's okay. We're just going with it. Okay, don't hate me if you are a Lord of the Rings or Hobbit lover. I loved the movies, and I actually watched the movies before I read the books, and maybe that had a huge impact on how I rated these, but I'm not a fan. I read them, but I just did not like them. And I don't know if it's just the way J.R.R. Tolkien writes his books, because I haven't read anything else by him besides the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. They just weren't for me. I didn't like them. Don't hate me. I'm a Lord of the Rings buff when it comes to the movies, but when it comes to the books, I hated them. I did not like them. Like, even I think when I was rating them, I might have been a little generous, but the more I think about it, like, I will never read these again. They are just not my cup of tea. Maybe someone else will love them. It does break my heart to get rid of this one because this was given by me and it is in pristine condition. I bet this sucker is worth money, to be honest with you. It's a hardbound edition and it's got pictures in it. Let me see if I can find one. And the pictures are absolutely gorgeous. Your illustrations, I mean, they're stunning, but I've read it. I didn't like it. It's just gonna sit on my shelf and collect dust. And since it's such a nice edition, someone else deserves it. Someone else who's gonna love it and cherish it and is a huge Hobbit buff, this is for them. It is not for me. The next book that I am unhauling is by Beatrice Small. This is Deceived. I have read multiple books by her, and of course, most of them I have gotten rid of years and years and years ago. Some were like in a garage sale that I've had in the past. I mean, years ago. I love her books. I love the way she writes. It's one of those like really quick Renaissance, smutty romance type of author and books. I love her style of writing, but I've kind of fallen out of that particular genre. I was more into it when I was like in my 20s, but now that I'm like in my late 30s, I find myself not gravitating towards this genre anymore. And maybe one day I will get back into them. I would love to. I loved them at one point. Nothing against them, I swear. I probably rated this like a 4 or 5, but it's been forever. I probably won't reread it. If I want to, I might just get it on Audible, or I don't know. She's got so many other books that if I wanted to pick up one, it would probably be a different one just so I can read a new one by her. But it's going. Speaking of more trashy romance smutty novels, so I bought these a long time ago and I have read them. This is by Roni Lauren. Melt Into You and Crash Into You. They are standalones, but they're like part of a series in a sense. Ooh, Time Man is coming home from school. Anyways, I liked them. I really enjoyed them. They're just not my cup of tea anymore. They've been sitting on my shelf forever. Moving on. I gotta take you in like 20 minutes. Oh, 15 minutes maybe. For basketball. Well, the clothes I already have on just, okay, perfect. I'm filming a video really quick. And then, so grab a snack, do what you gotta do. If you hear background noise, it's my kid getting a snack and getting ready for basketball practice. Okay, so these 3 books I have had forever. I bet you I have had these for like 15 years, 13 years, 12 years. It's been a long time. They are hardback editions. It was when I signed up for like this Regency type of subscription service that they used to like send in the mail way back in the day before they had like actual subscription services. And it was like, if you order this many books, then you can get this for 1 cent. And then you had to do something like every month, like you had to buy a book every month to get like another book for a penny. Anyways, that's how I got these. Gina Showalter. I have heard so much about her. Actually, my younger sister, she's a huge Gina Showalter buff. At least I believe that's the author that she has read in the past and has really liked. So I was really wanting to get into this. This was, it sounds like it's an urban, paranormal, adult, smutty romance series. There's quite a few books in this series, but of course I only have like the first 3. So I have The Darkest Kiss, The Darkest Night, and The Darkest Pleasure. I never got to these, never read these. They've been sitting on my shelf for over 10 years. It's time to just let them go and have someone else love them. I'm coming in hot. Okay, so I have an entire stack of, what is this series called? House of Night series. I have every single one of them, all in hardback. I have read every single one of them, and to be honest, halfway through the series, the last half, I had to like force myself to get through. They were so cheesy. They were so repetitive. They were such immature characters. It felt like it was trying to do a spin-off of like Twilight, but more like slutty teenager kind of stuff. And I don't know, the last 6 books probably, I kind of had to force my way through. But at that point, I was just so enthralled with just like getting all the books and having them match on my shelf and saying I've read them. But now I think about, like, the series was, I thought it was stupid. It was terrible. I should have never done it. I've had these forever, and it's time to just let them go. And I have all of them. There should be like 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. I'm missing one. Hi.
Hi.
What's up? Did you eat?
No.
Will you go eat a little snack? There's cheese sticks and stuff in the fridge.
Okay.
Go for it. Okay, there's 11. I should have 12. Hold on a second. Walter. What is this? What is this? Okay, I found the 12th one. And my dog ate it. Walter. Hold on. What is this? Did you eat this? Did you eat this? Did you eat this? Okay, I know it wasn't my oldest dog. What is this? Does he look sad? No, you don't look sad. You're stretching. Okay, so I will not be donating this book in the series. I'm gonna throw it away because he has eaten it badly. Damn dog.
Wait, did he just eat that?
Okay.
No.
Oh, it looks like he got to another one. It wasn't just that one. Oh, he got to 3 books.
Does this look good? Oh, I kind of almost want to sleep.
Yeah, looks fine.
I kind of almost want to sleep down on the dog.
No. Hey. You, eat a snack.
What's up?
You're weird. Walter, what is this? Did you eat my books? You're a nerd. Okay, moving on. So mad right now. I didn't even know he had done those 2. Okay. Okay, so I have Dean hiding out behind me. What's up, Dean?
Hey. Bye.
Go eat a snack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm getting rid of 2 nonfiction, historical nonfiction books. I have never read them. My husband, can you hear my dog's like walking off? So my husband is the one that bought these years and years and years ago. He has read them, but I have not, and I have no desire to. So one is A Terrible Glory, Custer and the Little Bighorn, and the Last Great Battle of the American West. Wow, that is a title by James Donovan. And Wyatt Earp by Casey Teffertiller. 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 It is really weird. Anyways, as you can tell, my dog has eaten part of this one as well. So I probably will not be donating that one, and I will just be trashing it, which I hate doing to books, but what do you do when your dog eats it and it looks like crap? Yeah, okay, 3rd book he ate. This one isn't as bad. Like this one, I could probably still kind of donate, but can you tell his little teeth marks got in there? And this is probably like on the end of whatever he was munching on. Okay, so I am getting rid of this one, Crucial Conversations. I read this last year or the year before. You don't have time to eat cereal, dude.
It's just one bowl.
No, you have to be to practice at 4:30. Okay, hurry up.
Is this like that?
It looked fine the first time.
Yeah, you have fun.
No, like I like the first shirt better. Why does he even ask? Moving on. Anyways, my husband got this through his work. He is a supervisor where he works. So a lot of times they do these workshops and discussion group things to kind of keep morale and motivation within his workers, as well as him and other supervisors. And one of them is Crucial Conversations, which is to kind of help you. It's a self-help book by several authors. I think I rated this a 3. It was okay, but it's not a book that I can see myself going back to and going, okay, if I was in this situation and this is the conversation, how would I steer it? I'm just getting rid of it. Maybe someone else will enjoy it. And the next book, I believe this is the last one. Is this the last one in my pile? I think this is the last one in my pile. The Male Brain by Luann Brizadine. I read this 2 months ago. I did have it in a wrap-up. I enjoyed it. Like a medical psychology type of book on the male brain and why it ticks the way it ticks and why certain hormones play a role in men from the time they are babies and infants and toddlers to the time they're preteens, teenagers, grown men, and your grandfathers and the elderly. Like it explains everything from day 1 to day 100 or year 100, depending on the male, and then depending on the amount of different hormones, can have a lot to do with how their male brain does certain things and thinks the way it does at times. And I liked it. I just wish there had been more information. But of course, anything to do with like self-help books or anything like that, they're kind of those that I like read once and I move on and I will never read again. So of course, this one is going into my donation pile. Unhaul. And there you have it. Those are all the books that I am unhauling as of right now. I'm sure maybe at the end of this year I will have some more. But without further ado, thank you so much for joining me in my book unhaul and my craziness with my kids and my dogs. Boy, that was an awesome situation. But anyways, if you liked any of these books, let me know. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I will be donating most of these books to my kids' elementary school, a lot of the children books that we are getting rid of, and then everything else I am either going to donate to the public library, maybe the high school for some of the YA novels, and then maybe the free little libraries. We'll see. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.